these two clubs involved. Let's see if some other club will also move behind the scenes, but for sure could be one to watch. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today guys, we have a breaking exclusive news on Chelsea, but also something to say on Erik ten Hag, Crescencio Somerville, and also something to add on an important story, Rodrygo Goes and Manchester City. Let's jump into it together. And so guys, let me start today with an exclusive breaking important news, because we can say that Chelsea are about to sign a new centre-back. The here we go is expected to come soon. We know with free agents we have to be careful till the end, till the contracts are signed, but the verbal agreement between Chelsea and Tosin Adarabioyo, Fulham centre-back who is leaving the club as a free agent, is almost completed. So Chelsea are closing in on a deal to sign Tosin Adarabioyo as new centre-back. As I mentioned, a free agent, a player who knows very well the Premier League, so a good player, experienced, but not old at all. So could be a smart solution for Chelsea, and probably the first signing for Enzo Maresca, who is about to sign his 5-year deal at Chelsea, valid until June 2029, with an option for further season. Tosin is really tempted by Chelsea. He was really one step away from joining Newcastle, but was never a done deal in the sense of being signed, completed, because Tosin was advancing in negotiations with Newcastle. They wanted both Tosin and Lloyd Kelly. I can confirm that Lloyd Kelly will be a Newcastle player next season, waiting to complete the agreement, but Lloyd Kelly already said yes to Newcastle, and my information is that in that case, nothing crazy can happen anymore. In the case of Tosin Adarabioyo, the hijack from Chelsea has been completed. We wait for the formal steps, so let's wait for that. As I mentioned, with free agents, many things can happen till the end, but the player is ready to say yes to Chelsea, really tempted by this possibility. And now we enter into the formal stage of this story. But for Chelsea, an important signing, a player who was in the list of several clubs, as I mentioned, Newcastle, but not only, also in Italy, AC Milan in January were showing interest, also other clubs around Europe. But now we are almost there with the Blues. And it's also important to say that for Chelsea is also going to be time to monitor different positions. I told you in the recent days about the goalkeeper. They are discussing internally whether they want to go for a new goalkeeper for a summer transfer window or not, whether they want to cover other positions, including one more centre-back maybe, and also the situation with the centre striker. This is also a priority for Chelsea, but also the winger. I mentioned the winger multiple times, and we can confirm that Chelsea, among players they are following, there are many. So I already told you about Olise. We will return on the Olise case in the next days. For sure, Olise remains a player super appreciated by Chelsea. Now I see this news everywhere, but at the beginning of last week I told you about Chelsea and Olise. They are involved in this story with Manchester United, but also they have been monitoring closely also Crescencio Somerville, who had a fantastic season in Championship at Leeds United. They were unlucky in their race to be promoted, but still showing his skills. Crescencio Somerville is expected to change club this summer, and there are two clubs monitoring Crescencio Somerville more than others. One is Liverpool and the other one is Chelsea. These two clubs are showing interest in Somerville. Let's see what Chelsea and Liverpool will decide to do in terms of negotiation. We are not yet at that stage, but the interest in Somerville is really concrete with these two clubs involved. Let's see if some other club will also move behind the scenes, but for sure could be one to watch for the summer transfer window. Really, really interesting talent for many potential opportunities around Europe. It's important to see what's going to happen, guys, also at Manchester United with the new manager. As expected, this week the review internally started for Erik ten Hag, being discussed among many things they are discussing at Manchester United, involving the owners, involving the new members of the board. So for Man United was a really, really important meeting, and this is a really important moment to decide on the future of the manager, but also many other stuff. The summer transfer window, the budget, the financial fair play situation, the injury situation, too many injuries for Man United, and they also discussed that topic in the internal discussions we're having. But about the manager, Erik ten Hag, his agents and all the people close to him are still waiting for a formal communication from Manchester United to understand what's the club position on that. So waiting for Manchester United to decide on Erik ten Hag and to inform him in the next day. So we are really entering into the moment for the final decision at Manchester United. The owners are involved, the board is involved, players are waiting, Erik ten Hag himself is waiting. So we are entering into the crucial stages for the future of the manager, and then they will plan also for, as I mentioned, the summer transfer transfer window, the targets, the budget. But remember what I told you last night. Man United, for example, could sign 2 centre-backs this summer, with Rafa Varane leaving and with the idea to bring in at least 1, but might be 2, with also a left-footed centre-back could be a concrete possibility. So the discussion is ongoing entirely in Manchester United. Many managers are waiting. There could be some opportunities in case Man United will decide to change the manager. For example, I told you Thomas Tuchel would be super keen on the job. He's waiting to see what happens, but he would be really happy to try a new opportunity in the Premier League, and also other managers are waiting for that kind of communication. So crucial days ahead for Manchester United. The review is still ongoing. And then let me clarify something, guys, about Rodrygo Goes. I think this is an important point because with the Champions League final, some people at Real Madrid and also close to Rodrygo can't understand why having those rumors this week, in these days, in this crucial moment for Real Madrid and the career of Rodrygo. To have this kind of rumors before a final is never something appreciated by a club and player. But also, guys, I can tell you that what I'm hearing on Rodrygo Goes is a really clear message. I already told you earlier this week, but it's worth clarifying the situation once again. Rodrygo Goes doesn't want to leave Real Madrid. Rodrygo Goes is not planning to leave Real Madrid, at least this summer. Then I can't read the future, but for this summer transfer window, the idea of Rodrygo is to continue at Real Madrid. The idea of Rodrygo is to consider Real Madrid the best technical and sporting project in the world, with many fantastic players, with many superstars, with the intention to compete in La Liga, in Champions League, in Super Cup, in Copa del Rey, and the Clubs World Cup. Real Madrid really wanted to win the first edition of the new Clubs World Cup. So Real Madrid want to be super competitive next season. There will be space for many players, and Rodrygo is not worried about that because every time he had to show his skills, he's always been there. His face has always been one of the big ones when it was time for Real Madrid to win trophies and to win crucial games. So Rodrygo is not scared at all by the situation. And also about these rumors on Manchester City, the position is quite clear. Rodrygo doesn't want to leave. Obviously, you respect Manchester City, but Rodrygo's focus is on Real Madrid, only on Real Madrid, and this is why Rodrygo, his family, his agents, decided to accept the contract proposal in November, when Real Madrid offered him a new deal till 2028, also with an important release clause, 1 billion euros. Rodrygo said yes because he wants to continue at Real Madrid. He loves Real Madrid, and his intention is to continue at the club. So that's the plan for this summer. At the moment, nothing has changed, and let me also clarify that at the moment I'm not hearing anything in terms of concrete negotiations with Manchester City. So the interest in Rodrygo is something that could be absolutely normal. He's a fantastic player, but Manchester City are not currently working with Real Madrid or with Rodrygo agents over potential deal for this summer. And so at the moment, the situation around Rodrygo remains really quiet. Meanwhile, for Real Madrid, it will be time soon for Kylian Mbappé, new contract for Luka Modric, guaranteed, new contract for Lucas Vazquez, matter of time, and the formal communication also from Nacho, while Toni Kroos is leaving as free agent. And so, guys, let me know your thoughts on all these stories. Tossing to Chelsea, here we go, is coming soon. Let me know your opinion on this potential signing, but also on all the other stuff we discussed, including Erik ten Hag, in or out. What's your feeling now? And also Rodrygo Goes and Manchester City, Crescencio Somerville. I wait for your opinion here in comments. Like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. See you soon with Fabrizio. Ciao.